Deathmatch wrestling is getting more popular. So I went to the show last night with a couple friends. One friend actually flew in all the way from Minneapolis to watch the show. And we went, and it was a train wreck from start to finish. The finals of the event was one of the most horrific things I've ever seen. This was a death match, and I expected to see certain things, but there was complete negligence in all facets of the match. Last night, I saw a man get his neck broke, and he's now possibly quadriplegic. They did a second story Canadian destroyer that missed, and they did not jump far enough. And I just want to say that deathmatch wrestling is something that not a lot of people can understand, and after last night, I don't think I could go to another one. And I hope that that young man does better, and that he feels that he survives and that he can walk again.
Yeah, me too. You know, we've had calls on this very show about people being in the building when Owen Hart passed away, being in the building when New Jack threw Vic Grimes off that giant scaffold. And this call made me think that there were people there the night Sabu broke his neck, or even the night, I don't know, Sid's leg snapped off. But the way he was talking about it, like he had just come from the show, this was fresh off of his mind. This just happened. And the severity of the wrestler that he watched, that he had just watched, and this is, I assume, is his way of trying to process it a little bit. It's not just the guy who broke their neck, it's everybody in that building who also has to live with that moment. Sure, the guy who broke his neck is the worst one living it, and that's awful. I mean, that's the sickness of deathmatch wrestling as a fan going to watch, but it's also the sickness of regular wrestling. Those holy shit chants, the high-flying stuff. If you don't think there's a chance that Jack Evans or Dante Martin could break their neck doing one of those flips, you're out of your mind. That possibility is there just as much as a Nick Gage match or a Matt Tremont match, hitting each other with light bulb tubes and barbed wire. It's just different kinds of risk and injury. And that was wild to listen to him just say, I just watched a man break his neck. Probably paid $25 to watch that guy break his neck. I'm sorry that deathmatch wrestling lost a customer to a live show, because just like high-flying wrestling, just like comedy wrestling, just like pro wrestling, just like Greco wrestling, hardcore wrestling, when done right, is wonderful. But just like anything, there's people at a lower level doing it, and it's not necessarily the most wonderful. I hope you'll give it another shot. I hope this guy's okay. I hope everybody who wants to be a wrestler or is a wrestler understands the brutality and severity of professional wrestling. Hey, thanks for watching. That call was part of a whole podcast called Wrestling Anonymous. Listen to the whole thing weekly wherever you listen to your podcast. Go subscribe. While you're at it, subscribe right here on YouTube to Colt Cabana's channel. Thank you.